Hi Scorpio, it is your girl Alex and I'm back, darlings, to bring you guys more messages from the universe, God, angels, universe. First off, thank you for all you do. Thank you for life, thank you for love, thank you for our families, our livelihoods. We love and thank you so much. If you can provide us with guidance to help us on our earthly journeys, we are already grateful. We would just be even more grateful. We thank you so very much. We love you. Amen. All right. First and foremost, personal readings are closed. Okay. I want to give a shout out and a big thank you to all of the beautiful souls who booked appointments with me, whether recorded or in person. You guys are just the light of my life. I thank you so much. All right, enough about that. Let's get to you, Scorpio. How y'all doing? Y'all okay in this Libra season? Hopefully, I thank you so much to everybody who's been leaving confirmation about the money coming out of nowhere. And just confirmation and resonation with the readings. I love you guys. I love you all, by the way. All right, let's see what the universe has for you, Scorpio. Ooh, judgment. It is time. That's what I heard. Okay, it's time to be happy. It's time to get your happy on. Oh my God. It's time to get your happy on. Things are starting to calm down. Okay. Some of you could be going on a trip. Oh, you're excited to go, but there could be some controversy or arguments or chaos on your trip. Oh Lord, the Queen of Swords. Is she going? You're right. You can't see that. Is she going on the trip too? Because she about to fuck up your trip, Scorpio. The Queen of Swords, King of Swords to me is always a logical conversation between divine masculine and divine feminine. Don't pay attention to gender. It just means that two people are coming together to have a conversation. It could be an argument. Yeah. So the divine masculine is what the negative and the divine feminine is the positive. Is that true also with plug and socket, right? Like he's the plug and she's the socket. Okay. So two energies that should otherwise get along as a queen and king, right? They're husband and wife, but then they both have their swords drawn. So they're both defensive and protective and, ready to cut. So I kind of feel like there could be some fierce argument. Maybe after a trip, that could lead one or both of you to lay down your swords and get into your cups. It would be very interesting / peculiar if the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups came out. So there's the Nine of Wands. Oh, Two of Cups. Wow. Oh, there's the King of Wands. Oh. King of Cups. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm shuffle happy. There's my divine partnership. Yeah. So I said the King of Cups, Queen of Cups, but it's King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands, King. Okay, we got a party going. Is that all four kings? That is all four kings, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, the Knight of Swords. Okay, so there's about to be a serious conversation between two logical people or two intellectuals. I use quotes because everybody ain't. Never mind. The fools are among us. Seven of Wands, Nine of Wands, and Seven of Wands. There was a lot of blockages. Whether it was boundaries, whether it was guards. It just kind of feels like someone wasn't as openly or readily available to you as they made it seem. Angels just said to me there's going to be deep sorrow related to some sort of distance. Okay, good. You can see that. I always fix them and then I look up at the camera and then the camera will be crooked. Yeah, somebody had their guards sky high. 6 of Cups, which is the return. 10 of Wands. Somebody needs to let go of their fucking ego and pride once and for all. Because when you think about something, the King of Wands is holding a wand. The 10 of Wands is holding a wand. The 9 of Wands is holding a wand, but has built 8 wands around him. And then you have the 7 of Wands here, which the figure in the Rider-Waite is the person putting up the wands, right? So when it comes to action, when it comes to intention, when it comes to passion or energy or lust, right? Somebody made a lot of excuses. And I do feel like this is a romantic situation or someone you're emotionally connected with, like your sister, your mama, your daddy, one of them. Here she go. Queen of Wands. Like we needed her stinking ass here. Yeah, the 10 of Wands is presenting as excuses, right? The 10 of Wands in the Light Seers is the woman with the mule and just all these motherfucking bags. Bag lady, right? Just fucking baggage. And at the end of the day, the baggage is related to the past. It's shit you've acquired throughout your life, okay? But I just kind of feel like there was a bunch of baggage, a bunch of obstacles, any and everything that could have blocked this connection, this situation was here. There's the Hermit. 7 of Cups. 8 of Pentacles. Queen of Swords again. There's a lot of royals on this table. And a 4 of Wands. All right. It's a lot of power on this table. If you also look at the table, which I'm doing right now, you only have the Hermit that's here, major arcanas. Here, the Moon is in the same placement, and Moon is only major arcana. And here, the Sun and Judgment. So you only have 4 major arcanas with all these cards on the table. So that kind of just says to me that this was a very human issue more than it was a spiritual issue. Now, with the major arcana that I have, the Judgment, as in the ending of a cycle, where, we're going to let bygones be gone. We're going to bury away that which no longer serves us, right? We have the Sun card, which is the happiest card of the tarot. There's your message right there. I don't even have to get to the Moon or the Hermit, but there's your message right there with Judgment in the Sun, right? It's almost like put away every and anything that's keeping you guarded and blocking you from enjoying life or a person, place, or thing. Okay? It's a lot of royals here. You got the Queen of Swords twice countering the King of Pentacles. Jesus. Right? That's probably the last couple I would place together, is the King of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords. You know what I mean? Just because he's kind-hearted, he's honest, he's trustworthy. She is too, but to a fault. She's bitter, she's cold, she's been hurt, she's guarded, she's overly protective, she's suspicious, she don't like people. That sounds like you, Scorpio. All right. The Queen of Swords sometimes is you. You're here with the King of Cups. And I feel like your position, your position kind of says to me, you feel good. You're in a comfortable place emotionally. With the 7 of Cups is, I would even dare to say you might maybe be happy, right? 7 of Cups sometimes is my falling in love card. It's my, active rose-colored glasses, new love, young love kind of heart. And I feel like whatever this is that's going on around you has to do with someone you're dealing with versus the other way around, right? This, in other words, the one who's overly guarded being you. Now, first off, let the church say amen, because Scorpio, that judgment card is you. That's a Mars card. So that's you in Aries. And the judgment card basically kind of says, listen, I've made my mind up, right? I've made my mind up. I've made a decision. You know, my angels have co-signed it. They've approved it. They stamped it. They filed it. It's done, right? It's a finale, right? And in the tarot, it kind of brings everything full circle, okay? And with the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Wands, again, Nine of Wands is being wounded. Nine of Wands is being self-protective. Nine of Wands is, you know, being also afraid to take action, afraid to drop those guards and open up your heart and, you know, show your true self. So the Nine of Wands is also presenting as someone who's hiding, okay? And then the Seven of Wands is basically being defiant, sticking up for yourself, putting your foot down, drawing a line in the sand like, yo, it is what it motherfucking is, right? So that's a lot of fucking hiding and resisting, right? It's almost like even if you can be found behind the Nine of Wands, you wouldn't come out peacefully. You know, we got to yank your ass out. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like with the Judgment, it's like, all right, someone is off. What is the term I'm looking for? They're denying access, right? They're off limits. That was the term. So with the Ten of Cups, Two of Cups, and the Six of Cups, that's like, cool. Okay, if you're over here guarded and I'm over here open, then whatever this is going to be a challenge. Okay. I kind of feel like somebody is going to be called out for being limited, right? Not being as open as they could be. Whatever this situation was, again, like I said, it kind of definitely feels like it's two people in a romantic relationship. The Six of Cups is a return back to connection, and let's be happy. You know, I feel like to an extent that could be cosmically what's supposed to happen, or ultimately what the goal is. However, I don't know who this wand motherfucker is, but you know, it ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. You got the King of Wands and Queen of Wands, baby. They're gonna burn each other out. On any given day, they're gonna burn each other out. Angels, that's stupid. My angels just said their whole court is full of motherfuckers just holding up wands for them. Which makes me think that's a good analogy, angels. Because when you think about a wand in the tarot, what is the purpose of the wand? Here they're using it as a weapon. Here it's an impediment. Here he's holding on to it, maybe to express power and authority. Here it's a form of protection. Here it's to keep you out. Wands represent the fire signs, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. And it usually represents action, right? Like the gasoline to your vehicle, okay? But when you look at all of these wands, I mean, Queen of Wands, does anybody see productive wands here? Right? You got the 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands, the 7 of Wands, the King of Wands, Queen of Wands, 5 of Wands. I thought I saw the Ace of Wands. It was the Queen of Wands, right? Where is the productivity? I don't know. I mean, my readers, if y'all can read this differently, where's the productivity? It all leads up to blockages or anger and fighting, or, you know what I mean? Ego and pride and vanity and, yeah, superficiality. Oh, God. Oh, wow. My angels just showed me a fire, like a flash that dissipated and then smoke was left. So I think that was their way of saying to me, eventually the fire burns out. So for the wand energy, the fire burns out. You want to hear something about fire signs as well? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, they're all argumentative. Come on, let's argue. I don't care. I don't care what nobody says. Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius are argumentative. You know what? They need none of them answer directly. Hey, you want some ice cream? I don't know. What else you got? Bitch, yes or no? I was representing Scorpio, by the way. So there is some sort of calming effect, right? It could be 6 days, a reprieve, a trip, a journey. And I feel like I think this is you, Scorpio, right? I think somebody is really, really, really going to go within and research their heart to figure out what the fuck, right? You can't be the giver of all the love. Sorry, I had to calm down. I was on my way to being triggered. I feel like for you, Scorpio, being the King of Cups here on the table, I just heard the word satisfaction. You're satisfied. You're comfortable within your skin. I feel like whomever this is that you're dealing with, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, they're absolutely not. They're vain. They put up a mask. They put up a facade. They're scaredy cats. They're wimps. They don't want to show their heart. But at the end of the day, baby, you got to show and prove, or you got to tell your story walking. So you got the Sun there, the Five of Wands. This again is like somebody hating the fact that you're good, or hating the fact that you're happy. Angels are like, but just put some pentacles on the table. Now they hate Scorpio for being paid. I know that's right, angels. And this is weird because this is my divine partnership, but this is the tarot partnership, right? And I just noticed that the only queen that's not here is the Queen of Cups, which is the heart. The Queen of Cups is Cancer in the moon position, right? And Cancer is ruled by the moon, and here's the moon. And the moon represents your emotions in the zodiac, right? The moon controls the tides. The moon controls emotions. Okay? Since we are X percentage water or liquid, I guess liquid is the best thing to say. Here's what I just heard, right? Because that Five of Wands above the Queen of Pentacles is throwing me again for a loop, because I'm like, wait a minute. They're arguing and fighting and being salty and talking behind your back. You got two people, male or female, who are talking about you, and they're very bitter, right? Oh, God. First off, Scorpio, if you didn't have any haters, I would challenge your Scorpionness, right? If you didn't have any haters, I wouldn't think you were Scorpio. Because with all these people on the table, here you are. Your queen is not even here. You see what I'm saying? They're not talking about you because I kind of feel like they're your supporters, right? But they're talking about you. They're talking about you. Her punk ass is down here talking about you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. And at the end of the day, they're really jealous because they can't be you. They can't be strong. They can't be powerful. They can't have an incredibly loving and beautiful and open heart as you, right? But also at the same time will sting your ass into oblivion. You are the astrological paradox. You are the giver and creator of unconditional love, but then you're also somebody's worst nightmare. All wrapped up into one person. God is good, right? God knew what he was doing when he created you. That's stupid. My angels just said it's like having an alligator as a teddy bear. That is fucking stupid. I would not, all right? I would take my chances with a Scorpio before I took my chances with an alligator. That's crazy. I don't think that Scorpio, like, you know how they chose the animal symbols for each zodiac sign? I just heard if they ever tried to update it, or how do you say, use updated or whatever you want to call them, use new age symbols, I don't think the alligator could ever be associated with Scorpio, just simply because Alligators are predators. Scorpio, I know you're not a predator. You don't just go out there looking for a kill, right? You will go out there looking for someone who wronged you, but you ain't just going out there to fuck with people just to be fucking with people. Again, take it as it resonates. That's not, generally speaking. Angels just said half the time Scorpio just be minding their business and everybody start messing with Scorpio. And then Scorpio has to either retaliate or hit him with that karma. Okay, all right. So you got the Queen of Swords on both sides of this King of Pentacles. To me, that's conversation. To me, that's... Here's the problem is that you're too intimidating. And ladies and gentlemen, collectively, let's all come together and let's figure this out. Does he look intimidating to you? Right? How could somebody so loving be intimidating? Well, angels just said, well, it's the hurt people. You're intimidating as hell to people who ain't right within themselves. Scorpio, you exude a certain level of confidence, and it's probably because you're tail. I mean, if I was walking around with, some old atomic shit, yeah, I'd go where the fuck I wanted to. Right? I go where the hell I wanted to. And I'm not necessarily saying we're conceited or, I know we can be arrogant, myself included, right? But I get humbled very quickly, so I don't bother with arrogance too much. But it's almost like you're intimidated just by your purity. And that's dumb as fuck. I don't want to have another conversation with God or the angels about that, because that's a little triggering for me personally, because it's like I open my heart, I use my heart, and that intimidates people. Scorpio, make that make sense for me. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, my angels just clarified it. Thank y'all. High five. You're not intimidating to him, to her, or him. You're not intimidating, you are intimidating to her and him. That's why those swords are drawn. You are intimidating to him and him. So I know a lot of people are going to challenge me, but I'm a predict it anyway. I feel like the best emotional matches for Scorpio, that means they're moon and Venus signs. They're moon and Venus signs in Earth. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Y'all can challenge me, okay? Now, I'm not talking about Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn sun. I'm talking Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn moons or Venus, okay? Sun sign does have a play in it, and then history, programming, childhood. I know, lineage. I know. We're the sum of a bunch of shit that we don't even remember. Okay. But I kind of feel like there's an argument about, again, your status, your financial status, how you work, what you do for money, who you know, how you know who you know. Everybody's fucking talking about you. So what is this? The King of Swords is an intelligence, right? Making an intelligent decision and then moving forward with it to the Four of Wands to achieve a specific goal. Now, I'm going to say this to you, Scorpio, with the Page of Swords. Look at that. So you have the whole sword family. This is Aquarius, that's Libra, that's Gemini, right? And then you have the Four of Wands. I kind of feel like somebody's about to make a move. It could be an Aquarius that's about to make a move, or you may have a conversation with an Aquarius to make a move to what? They're curious about Nine of Swords, Ace of Cups. You still stressing over that love or your heart or your... Okay, thank you. I'm not going to say that. There is an air sign that's going to come in and pretend like they're being supportive. Oh, Scorpio, you can rest your head on my shoulder. But But I feel like all that's going to do is stress you out, because with the Page of Swords, Nine of Swords, it's almost like they're lurking and watching you to see if you're stressed out, if you're going to crack, so they can run to your aid and just love on you, right? But you're the King of Cups. You're good. I love God. Oh, child. All right. So wrapping this up, what are we doing? We're doing Moonology. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people around you. Only 2 of them you can trust. Only 2 of them you can trust. Only 2 of them are your allies. Okay, so 7 people. 2 of them are mad at you. 3 of them are intimidated by you. Ain't that some shit? I love this card came out. Look at the bigger picture. My angel said, as long as God loves you, Scorpio, you good. I love it. You and your loved ones are safe. Yeah. Because the king doesn't have his queen. Right? The Queen of Cups is the moon card. There's the moon right there. That's Pisces from the tarot standpoint. But for me, that's Cancer. So deep, you're hypnotic. That's what it is. 7 of Cups. There's that, under the influence type feeling. You know what else I heard too? Someone doesn't appreciate you for who you are and what you're bringing to the table. And I told y'all from before, where I am concerned, I ain't bringing shit to the table because I own the motherfucking table. All right. Don't have me slamming these cards like I'm playing spades or I'm playing dominoes. Okay, look, I can't make this up. Did I say that? That you're dealing with a fire sign? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I think I did. Right here is you and Aries. Yeah. Okay. Your dreams need a practical plan. Cocky, right? The King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, but that's not getting them anywhere, right? The King of Swords and Queen of Swords are arguing. The King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles are cool. They're talking, trading, they're your allies. The Queen of Swords is down here looking at the Four of Wands, trying to save her house or build her foundation or, working on herself. Oh my God. Okay, there's a lot of people around you, Scorpio. I don't think there's anything for you to do. I think you're good. I think you're golden. My angels are just saying, again, just be careful of impressions, letting people come in and stealing your joy and draining your energy. I kind of feel like you're with the Judgment card, you're taking a stance on fuckability, right? You're taking a stance that basically says, yo, if it's not involving anything here, I don't give a fuck. Wow, what a reading. I still feel like there's information or communication to give, but I don't have it, right? So just be on the lookout for maybe a part 2 or another reading coming up. I love you, Scorpio. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe if this was your reading. Bye, guys.